Hello world. I realize it's been a while since I've done one of these like mini vlogs, so I decided, you know what? Let me do one real quick. And to keep it brief, keep it short, because I'm actually on the road. Work day, you know, to the end. Uh, but you know, I guess this will be a companion piece to my last podcast that I released, where I was discussing that you never give up and you stay focused on your dream goals. If you guys been following my podcast and stuff, you guys will know that I no longer do security. I did security for the last 6 years until I was able to get back on the path of creating content for a living, which just includes me producing, directing, and editing, and nothing else. And I'm finally back to that, thank God. And it took a while. But all that to say is when I was working security, I had one thing in mind, was to always keep in mind that I was a producer director first, and to dress for the job I wanted, not for the job I had. That job that I wanted was the job of a producer director, and back in the day, producer directors always wore suits, so I always made sure I had a job that allowed me to wear suits. And the crazy thing about it is, you know, during the pandemic, there was one point where I didn't have to wear suits because nobody was going to see me at the location that I was working at. But I was like, no, I'm gonna keep wearing my suit because, I'm dressing for the job I want, not for the job I have, you know? And, I felt more professional that way. I felt like a producer that way. And, nobody can tell me nothing when they came and spoke to me because I was dressing for the job I wanted, not for the job I have. So most nine out of time, 10. What are we barking like that? 9 out of 10. What is that phrase? 9 out of 10? Whatever the phrase is. I just ended up just wearing my suit as is just because that's the job I wanted as a producer director. And, people would come up to me not realizing I was security because I was always in my suit. Even if I could have wore something else, I always wore my suit. And, eventually I was able to leave security and got to do what I love, which is now producing, directing, and editing. That's all I do now for a living. And, it comes back down to because I dressed for the job I wanted and not for the job I had. Now, granted, it wasn't just because I dressed the job I wanted, I was able to get the job, but, play the part of it. Your mentality plays a part in it, It's who you want to be is who you're going to be. And if you want to be who you want to be, just wake up and be that person instead of waiting for that day to begin. You could wake up and go to your job now and be like, I don't want to be here today, and just focus on that. Or you could just remind yourself, this is just a stepping stone. I'm going somewhere else after this. I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. This is only temporary. So dress for the job you want, not what you have.